Hi there. Welcome to Chalk Talk with me, Senator Laura Ebke. And today we're going to talk about some simple math. The topic of our simple math today is state budgets. It's important for us to understand how the budget actually works. This is going to be simply put. First thing you need to understand, Nebraska's budget must be balanced. Second, that means that spending cannot exceed revenue because, unlike the federal government, the state cannot print its own money. Revenue is taxes. If the state decides it needs to spend more money for any reason, then either taxes will have to be increased or something else that we're spending money on will have to be cut. Let's look at it like Mr. Jones does. Again, this is very simplified. Let's say Mr. Jones' monthly income or revenue is $1,000. He owns his home, so he doesn't have to worry about mortgage payments. He has no credit cards and he pays cash for everything. He spends $250 a month on utilities and home ownership related expenses. He spends $250 a month on food and clothing. He spends $250 a month on automobile related expenses. And he spends $250 per month on medical related expenses. Now, most of us would have far more categories, but this is just for purposes of illustration. Mr. Jones goes to his doctor, who tells him that his healthcare expenses will grow later if he doesn't lose some weight and lower his blood pressure. So Mr. Jones decides to join an exercise class, which costs him $100 a month. But he's already spending $1,000 of his $1,000 income. How is he going to pay for it? He has two choices: either increase his revenue by 10% or cut spending by 10%. Increasing revenue is tough. Somebody has to be willing to pay Mr. Smith to do something. Maybe he can get a part-time job stocking shelves at a local grocery store. Of course, if he's working some of those hours, it's going to be tougher for him to get to the gym. If he increases his revenue by working more, it may counteract the good he was trying to do. It can be the same with taxes. Maybe he should just try and cut his current expenses so he has enough time to use his gym membership. Mr. Jones is already eating pretty well, so maybe he could cut back. Or maybe he could walk like his friend Mr. Smith to save expenses on cars. Of course, if he isn't eating well, he may be too tired to go to the gym. And if he can't run his car, he's going to be left wondering how to get there. The point is this: whenever the state decides to spend more money on something, it has to figure out where to get that money. Increasing taxes is wildly unpopular, at least to those who are paying the taxes. Decreasing spending in a particular area may have unforeseen consequences and will certainly be opposed by those who are using the services that will be cut. Don't believe those who tell you that it's simple to fix our tax problems. Every change sets off a series of chain reactions that can have disastrous effects on individuals and the economy at large. It's simple math. We have to balance the budget. If we're going to spend more, we've either got to raise more money by taxing more, or we have to cut spending. My goal will always be to try and spend less by reducing the impact of government in our lives. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for the next Chalk Talk.